Well, hello, everybody. I think I might have this on in double places. Turn that off. Well, hello, everybody. I think I might have this on in double places. Turn that off. Yeah, quit that. Leave. I had it on in multiple places. Now it's off. That's fine. Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome into the channel. How is everybody doing? I hope you're all fine anyway. Not many of you there. Three of us, two of us. Well, hello, everyone. Hi, Mandy, and hello, Susan. So I can get another stream up here now. So let's whip that across there. I think I had about 9 streams running, so I didn't know where it was coming from. So it's easier to just turn it all off. So my channel live, Rants, sounds down on that. That's fine. Right. Echo chamber. Yes, I've switched it off now, so it shouldn't be an echo chamber anymore. Hello, Susan. Hello, Mandy. I saw Daniel was in, and I saw Louise was there as well. 29% Louise. Get that sorted. And in the wings, I have waiting our special guest for the evening in the wings. I can see him. You can't see him. And it is Adam. And Adam's going to do his 20 questions to get to know him a little bit better. So I'll bring him in in no further ado. I'll bring him in a second, right? And then we'll wait for a little bit, and then we'll do the questions. And then at the end, I know you've already asked a question already, Mandy. You can ask your own questions to Adam. Okay, that's at the end. At the end, hold them in until the end. Everyone, live chat. Let me refresh because that's 14 minutes behind. Live chat. So I'll bring Adam in just now. Let me remove this chat overlay so that we can double up. And here he is. And there he is.
Hello. How are you?
Adam, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm just working out if I have to click live chat, but I can't see where it is.
Live chat on your own YouTube stream. If you've got a YouTube stream running.
Oh, no, I don't, because I always forget to mute it, and then it echoes like that.
Well, I think I had about 4 streams running in one go. So, yes. So there is Adam, everyone. Hello, Adam.
Hello, Mandy. Hello, Susan. Hope you're enjoying your Colombian. And I'm talking about coffee, not some random.
Yeah. I'm going to come in closer. Hang on. I'm coming in closer. Oh, and there I am. Look at that. How close I can be to match up a little bit, because I seem quite far away when you were doing that.
Hey, I'll see.
Hey, H. Hey, Louise. How you doing? Good to see you all. And as you can see, we've got Adam. I've got your thing going across the bottom.
I know.
Charcoal Coffee Company. And you put yourself in as Charcoal Coffee Company.
I have indeed. And currently my new website is being built.
Is it?
It is, yeah.
Still got scaffolding around it.
It'll be done by the end of March.
End of March, right? Okay.
Yeah. So when I did the live stream, and I said that I was going to have all these fancy pictures and all of that type of thing, that's not happening. Mostly because for 2 reasons.
Right.
One, because the website would have been too busy.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make it clean and easy for people to use.
Fine.
And the second reason is that I decided to divert the money towards the packaging as opposed to the website. So the website is being built on Shopify instead of WordPress. If I'd have built it on WordPress, it would have had more fancy stuff. But I don't have that sort of scope. So,
well, you can always move to that eventually. I suppose it's an option for the future, isn't it? See how it goes. See how it goes. Well, things are moving along, like you said. You were just saying before we came on, as we were chatting, that you've got up to 175 subs now. 175 subs. Woo! 175. So that's doing well. And your videos are very high production, lots of editing, lots of time, lots of talking, lots of editing.
Yes, it would take quite a long time.
Lots of editing. So yeah, but enjoy watching them. It's good to learn. Good learning in your videos, Adam, which is always something that will keep bringing people back. And you're getting a real variety of comments I see from people. Just random people, like on the one about, was it coffee in China? Somebody had commented about liking the coffee in Taiwan.
Coffee in Japan, yeah.
Oh, Japan, that was it,
yeah. No, it's been really good. You know, I've had people just randomly, you know, people who I don't know, people who are not from like here.
Yes,
from
community,
from our community, who've been coming on and saying, you know, these videos are brilliant, and you know,
that's it.
You're such a good source of coffee knowledge and that type of thing.
That's what you want.
Those sort of comments just makes all the time and effort and the writing and the recording worthwhile, you know.
Definitely. Oh, hi Thea, how you doing? Good to see you. Popping in for a few minutes. Well, cheers, and cheers to everyone. Cheers to you, Adam. Thanks for coming in for your interview. 20 questions, hard-hitting questions. I think it's number 44.
Water and rants.
Water and rants for Adam.
So
I've got the questions. I'm going to start. I'll start with the questions so that we're not here all night wasting people's Sunday evening that have got much better things to do, I'm sure, as always. Shane Spencer's gig didn't happen. That was a shame, but we were all waiting. I saw we were waiting. I was in waiting for that as well. I was sitting there waiting as well. I was there lurking and listening. So I've got my questions up here. I'm looking at them like, can you see them? No, you can't see them. I've got them. They're my secret questions. So 20 questions to get to know you. So everybody, you would have seen Daniel's interview, right? So it's they're similar, but not exactly the same. Some are the same because they're good questions. And we'll do 10, and then we'll do a review, and then we'll do another 10, and then you can ask Adam your own questions. Anything's on the table, anything at all, anything about the lick heels that you want to ask him is absolutely fine, and that'll be fine for Adam. Right, Adam. So the first question for you. Here we go. I need a jingle. I haven't got one, but here we go. We'll start with the first question, and it was the same question that I gave to Daniel. First question, which is, now this is going to be a good one. This is why I kept it in for you. What is your favorite meal?
That's an interesting one.
Pheasant and goose stuffed with molasses or something.
Lamb shoulder is my favorite.
Oh, bit of shoulder.
Lamb shoulder. I like I like eating fatty meat, but I like it crispy. So to a certain extent, cook it longer than it necessarily would be if you'd had it at a restaurant or something like that.
That sounds delicious. And that was a Delia line all over there, Adam. That was very Delia. That was, you could give that line to Delia. I like it fat and crispy. Nice. Yes. Right. Okay. And what would you have with your lamb shoulder? What's accompanying that?
Roast spuds.
Some spuds. Okay, yeah.
Purple sprouting. Gravy, handmade gravy. I never eat stuff out of a packet.
Fine. So a bit that's your sauce with a bit of handmade gravy as well. Then that's making
my
mouth fill with saliva. It sounds delicious.
I think that everybody should be able to make gravy, and if you can't, then I'll teach you.
Excellent. Right. Well, there's a video for you there. And hello, Casper, and hello, Phil. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Right. So this is what I've got my pad for. You didn't remind me. So it was lamb shoulder and spuds, lamb shoulder.
Actually, Mandy, it's not roast unicorn on a bed of dreams. It's roast unicorn. It's roast swan on a bed of tears.
Right. Nice one, Mandy. Question 2. Would you rather be too wet or too dry? Too wet or too dry?
Too dry.
Too dry. Okay, that's an easy one. Too dry. Right. Okay. I think I would rather be too dry as well, rather than too wet. Question three. What is your favourite day of the week? What's your favourite day of the week?
Friday.
Friday. Any particular reason for a Friday?
Well, it used to be because when I was working for the man, that was when the weekend started. But now I'm self-employed, so I work all the time. But
Right.
that's when my friends' weekends start. And
Okay.
so that's when I get to go and see them.
So they still work for the weekend, but you'll be working anyway at the weekend, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay. But Friday's a good day. Fridays are always a good day for the Monday to Friday people.
I have had reindeer, Casper, yes.
Lovely bit of reindeer, bit of squirrel. You've probably had that as well. Excellent. Right, so a Friday, favourite day of the week. Question 4. If you had the choice, would you, and this is a question that I did ask Daniel, if you had the choice, would you rather live at home or abroad?
I actually do have the choice.
Right, okay.
And it's at home.
Right.
I could go and move to Portugal, but
okay.
I'm not very good with heat. So to be fair, I have lived all over Europe.
Yeah.
I've been to many, many countries.
Right.
And I come back to, even though I am from the Midlands, Wales is my spiritual home. So I've come back.
It's a beautiful place. It is a beautiful place. Wales. It is. You know, it's not a surprise that you stay there or that's where you return to at all for me, because it is a beautiful. I've been a few times as a child, a couple of times as an adult, and it is a beautiful place. Even if you're just passing through, it's a beautiful place to just pass through as well. Okay, so you'd rather. So you've had the choice. Do you often revisit whether you should live in Portugal, or is that decision made that you're not going to?
That's the decision made. I'm not going to.
Done. Right. Okay. Fine. I shall move on swiftly. Question 5. Do you prefer sweet or savoury food? Would you, if you could only have sweet or you could only have savoury, which would you have?
This is a difficult question. This is a difficult question.
Yes. That's why I ask it.
Savoury.
Okay. Savoury. I think I would probably be savoury as well. I think I would.
Because there's only one thing on the planet that I love more than chocolate,
and that's
roast potatoes.
Roast potatoes done right are absolutely cracking. Do you do yours in goose fat? What do you do yours in?
You do them in goose fat. I've got it in the fridge at the moment.
Lovely. Right, okay. Another one that I did ask Daniel as well, and you might have to think about this one as well. Do you remember, or what was your, well, I say first childhood memory, but your first memory? What is your first memory? What's the first thing you ever remember? What do you first thing you ever remember? Hello, Lena, Princess Lena. How you doing?
So my first proper memory,
ever.
The
first thing you remember,
flashes and stuff, is my parents used to have a house in a little village called Auger, which is in Derbyshire.
Right.
And I can remember being 4 years old, and it's the first time I saw a thunderstorm.
Oh, right. Okay.
Really hardcore, really heavy rain, dark clouds, lightning. Not sheet lightning, it was fort lightning. And I can remember being stood by the French doors next to my mother watching this storm. And it was the first, just mind blown at such a small child. And that love of storms and watching storms and being near them has traveled with me through my life.
And how do you connect it to being 4? How do you know you were 4 at that point then?
I only know I was 4 because my parents moved around a lot.
Right.
And that would have been the year that how old I would have been that year that we
Right,
lived
okay,
there.
fine. Okay. That's a good one. Yeah. So the thunderstorm, that's your first, that just bashed into your memory. That's the first thing that's just bashed in and imprinted into
Yes.
into that memory, even. Excellent. Love it. Okay. I asked this one to Daniel as well, Adam. Question 7. In terms of music, 80s, 90s, or noughties, or before that, if you're into that, 80s, 90s, or noughties?
My first love is 70s.
70s, right? Okay. I think
70s
I was going
hard
to put an
hard
earlier
rock.
year in, but I thought, well, I'll just leave it like that. Okay.
Yeah, 70s hard rock, 70s classic rock, psychedelia, that type of thing.
Okay. And that's what you're. Do you have CDs still? Do you still have CDs?
I don't have CDs, but I do have vinyl.
Do you? Right. Okay. I've got a little
Mm,
bit of vinyl, but I've still got a lot of CDs.
no, I got rid of all my CDs now, but yeah,
Did
I
you?
kept vinyl because a lot of the vinyl that I've got is first edition pressings.
Nice.
So, in fact, to the point where when I was younger, I'd acquire the first edition pressing, and then I'd buy a second edition pressing and play that one, and not play the
Right.
first edition.
Okay. Well, yeah, good things to collect now because it's come back a bit, hasn't it? The old vinyl.
Mm.
But if you've got the old stuff, my mum's still got some Beatles LPs, I think. So they'll be worth something. I know there's not many of them knocking about. She's got a lot of them. I'm sure they're worth something. Anyway, okay. So question 8. So you can broaden this out to anywhere really. So the best place you've ever been to, either a country or a place in a country, or just a country or anything like that. Just the best place you've ever been to.
It's tied. The first one is on top of Cadair Idris in the Snowdonia.
Okay.
I went up there when I was in uni,
Right.
and it nearly killed me going up there because I was a smoker at the time. But and also the first time I went to Lisbon. And
Okay.
standing in front of a palace, and there's a raised area, and you can see across the whole, and you can see the bay and all of that, and that stuck with me.
Are these teenagers or 20s or 30s? What were
Oh
these?
no! I got married in Lisbon,
Oh, did
and
you?
yeah, and yeah, the first time I went to Lisbon, I would have been in my 40s.
Okay.
And when I went to
Snowdonia?
Slovenia, yeah, I was late 20s.
Late 20s, right. Okay. So you were at uni in your late 20s then?
Yeah, I was there the gap decade.
Nice. So you're just taking it a few steps further with the old gap year, gone for a gap decade. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna go. This is a controversial question. Controversial. Oh, so question 9. Question 9. And I'm just looking for a yes or no. Okay. Controversial. Are humans alone in the universe? Yay or nay?
No.
No. Okay.
Mm.
Excellent. Lovely.
Somebody actually said, I can't remember who it is. Oh God, who was it? There's a famous quote that was, "We're either the first civilization or the last. Both are equally terrifying."
Yeah, I think I heard that one not too long ago, actually. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I'm well into all of that, as you know. Anyway, I'm well into all of that stuff
Mm,
and where we come from and everything. And I read a phrase today, Adam, and it was, if we are all that there is, then it's an awful waste of space. And I'm
mm.
thinking, I've never thought about it like that. If it's just us, then man, that's a massive waste of space going on all around us. What is, there's
That's if
nothing
it's
else.
real, of course. It might all be.
I think probably they've been before us, or we're just too far away from each other. But we'll see. We'll see. Watch
Mm.
this space. some exciting news.
Because here tonight.
Yes, we've got the first one. He's been living here for 6 weeks. He landed in my garden. No, okay, so yeah, fine, excellent. Enjoy that answer. So question 10 before we review. Okay, so yeah, it's because I can't see the end of my question. I've written them down on the screen this time. So we're imagining there's a fire in your house, which is a terrible thing to imagine, right? But there's a fire in your house, or for whatever reason, you have to evacuate your house. All the people in it are safe, all the pets, living things are safe, but you can only remove one thing from your house to take from your house before it disappears forever. What one thing are you removing from your house?
I've got a box. I've got a box over there on the thingy, and it has a paw print and some fur from my from my dog Finn, who passed away in the end of March 2021.
Yeah.
I had him 16 years.
Right.
So I'll take that.
Come and retrieve that. Lovely. That's excellent. That's a good thing to retrieve. I was thinking about this one myself when I wrote it down. I thought, God, that is such a tough question, actually. If you could only take one thing with you, because they said, right, you need to leave now. One thing, grab it.
Take two things. The other thing would be my external hard drive, because it's got all my work up.
Good old external hard drive. Well, if you'd have said something like my iPad or my computer or my phone, I'd have gone, no, you need to, nothing, you can't take those. We'll assume that you've got those, you can have those with you. So that's what I would have said to that. Right, so that's your first 10 questions. Let's just do a little review, and I can see if anybody else came in that we've missed. Did anybody else come in? Did you see? I saw Casper was in. I saw Princess Lena was in. I saw Nick had come in. Evening, Nick. I'm sure I saw your name in there as well. I'm just going back here. Nick, yes, there you go. There's Nick's name.
Kirsty, Queen of the Lost
And
Child.
Kirsty's in as well. You're in. Yes, excellent. So we're in halfway through on Adam's interview. I'll go into full screen here now so I can come to this. Casper, what is that you're writing? Oh, you're talking in a different language with Princess Lena. Fine, that's fine. I can't understand that if I am meant to understand that, but I like to see you communicate in different languages. That's nice. Right, so first 10 questions. I'm going to recap if you've missed any, and I'll get the questions up again, then I can remember what they were. Your favourite meal was the lamb shoulder with some lovely, lovely potatoes and some nice homemade gravy. Nothing else would do. If you could be too wet or too dry, you'd be too dry. Your favourite day of the week is a Friday. Although you're self-employed now, that is the time of the week when your friends have their time off. So that's your weekend as well. If you could live home or abroad, which is something that you've visited in terms of an idea, you would stay at home and where you are now, which is in the lovely, lovely Wales. Number 5, do you prefer sweet or savoury food? You went with savoury. Your first childhood memory was when you were 4 years old, and it was about a crazy thunderstorm with very nasty lightning. And it was at a specific place, and that's how you remember that's where you were, because that was the house you were at. If you could go for the 80s, 90s, or noughties music, you go with the 70s, because you went with 70s, actually, in the end. The best place you've ever been to was 2 that you went with, which was Snowdonia when you were at uni in your late 20s. And then the second one was Lisbon, was your first visit, and you also got married there. Was that when you got married, your first visit? No. So your first visit was in your 40s. You said you were in your 40s, your first visit to Lisbon. And then Are We Alone? No. 10, you're all, if you could take one thing from your house, it's a box with a paw print from Finn, who was your dog who recently passed away, not too long ago, 2021, and you would come and retrieve that. Excellent answers, enjoying those, very, very good. One day somebody will get me on their channel and might ask me these questions. Adam, Daniel, Spencer, somebody might ask me these questions themselves one of these days.
I might ask you more coffee-orientated questions.
Right, okay, fine, okay. So we'll go on to the second 10. And again, some of them are similar to what I asked Daniel because they are the finding out about your questions. Question 11, siblings.
Yes.
Do you have them?
Yes, I have a brother.
A brother, one brother. Okay, older, younger?
He's 3 years younger than me, and he lives in New Zealand.
Oh, does he?
Mm-hmm.
Are you still in touch?
Sort of.
Right, okay. Well, I'll leave it.
Yeah.
Fine, okay. Sort of. Right, okay. So it's 3 years younger. 3 years younger. Do we get your brother's name?
Danny.
Danny. Oh, Danny. Danny Auger. Right, I'll find him and I'll reconnect you. Okay, number 12. So
you're getting more coffee.
Yes, okay. Number 12. stay in or go out? Would you rather stay in or go out? And that's either for a meal or just for a drink. Would you rather stay in or go out?
Rather stay in.
Stay in. Okay. I think I probably would be a stay in as well. It would depend on, I would probably be a stay in.
Times change when you tip over the 14.
I think, you're just ready for comfort, aren't you? And a night,
Yeah.
and how you want it. Definitely how you want it.
That doesn't mean to say I don't like to go out, but I'd
No,
rather.
exactly. That's why it's a tricky one. That's why I put it in, because it is tricky. Because going out is good as well. I do enjoy going out. It's
Right.
occasion, building up to occasion, something to look forward to. So it is nice to go out as well. Okay, and this was a one that I asked Daniel as well. This is question 13. So this is, you can take a little while to think about this, because this is four people you'd need to think of, real, fictional, dead or alive, four people round for a meal, as well as you, four other people, real, fictional, dead or alive, round for a meal.
Jordan Peterson.
I don't know who Jordan Peterson is, but you can explain that in a second. Yeah, Jordan Peterson. Okay.
Connor McLeod.
Right. Okay.
Kate Beckinsale.
Right. Okay.
God. My grandfather.
Okay. And your grandfather. Okay. And any idea what you're serving these lovely people?
Why am I tempted to say moose?
a lovely bit of moose.
I don't know. Maybe I used to work in a kitchen a few years ago, so maybe a chicken liver parfait starter.
Yes.
A swordfish with garlic.
Good. Elk is good. I actually saying elk is good as well.
Elk is good, but it's very, very lean. It's very, you got to probably be a rib of beef.
Right. Okay. Lovely.
And then for pudding, there is an Indian dish called. It's basically an Indian rice pudding, but it's got like nuts and rose petals and pomegranate seeds and.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
I can't remember. It begins with an S, and I can't think.
Okay. Lovely.
So,
and subject matter with those people, I'm going to ask you who they are, because I don't know the first person. I can't read mine right. And Jordan, somebody you said,
is a very, very famous Canadian psychologist.
Right.
He's always on Joe Rogan and stuff, you know.
Oh, is he? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Connor McLeod.
Connor McLeod is the lead character from my favorite film, which I'm not going to say in case you've got that as a question.
No, it isn't. It isn't. Your favorite film is not a question. No, it isn't.
In that case, he's the lead character from the film Highlander.
Oh, is it? Right, Highlander right now. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Connor McLeod right now. Okay, yes, I've got the connection now. I know Kate Beckinsale, and I don't know your grandfather, obviously, but subject matter, as they've picked a specific set of people. What are you talking about?
Subject matter would probably be life, the universe, and everything.
Right. Excellent. Can I pop along at some point as well?
Can indeed.
Can I sit at the back? I'll sit on a small table at the back. That's fine. Hi, Gary. How you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, Gary.
Yeah, I'll sit on a small table at the back. Right, that's a good table. And I like your dishes as well. I'm definitely coming along to that one, please. Again, another one that I asked Daniel. This is question 14, Adam. Your best and your worst subject at school?
My best subject at school was English.
English, okay.
Yeah, I did English at A level as well.
Oh, did you? Me too.
English literature, yeah.
I wasn't very good at A level. I was all right at GCSE, but not at A level.
My worst subject was biology.
Biology.
I actually had to take my ecology exam 4 times in university.
Your ecology exam? Did you say ecology?
Yeah.
So English. English literature, did you say, or language?
English literature.
Lit, yeah. I wasn't great either. At A level, I was terrible for some reason. I thought I was brilliant at GCSE. I did all right GCSE, and then I didn't do well at A level at all. So, what was your biology? Was that GCSE or was that A level?
That was A level and AS level. I needed to pass to get it because I was going into university as a mature student.
Right.
So I had to have A and AS levels.
Oh, did you? Right. Okay.
So I took 3.
What was your other one then?
So I did English, I did biology.
Yeah.
And I did geography.
Oh, geography. That was my worst one. Geography. I was terrible. I thought I was good, but I was terrible.
I needed those specific ones to do that
Oh,
course.
did you? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got onto the course, obviously, because you went to university, I take it.
Yes, I did. I went to Aberystwyth University.
Excellent. Right, so Kirsty was away there. Ta-ta, Kirsty, if you're gone and we didn't see you.
Hi, Kirsty.
Number 15, question 15. Again, an interesting one. If you could only be around one or the other for the rest of your life, would you prefer to be around people or animals?
Animals.
I knew you would say animals. That's why I put that one in. I knew you would say animals.
Don't get me wrong. I like...
He likes people.
I like individual people.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like people.
Everybody. They don't like everybody. Nobody likes everybody, do they?
Well, they say hell is other people.
Yes, absolutely. There's something about being around animals, which is...
If I meet everybody in the planet individually, they're lovely. But
yes, collectively, not so much. Yeah, that's a good question. I like that one. I might keep that one in. Thanks for being the guinea pig on that one. That's a cracker. Thanks for telling me it was a cracker as well. I know you loved it. Okay. 16, again, is one that I asked Daniel. 16, what is your biggest fear or what are you most scared of? Your biggest fear or what are you most scared of?
Heights.
Heights, right? Okay. And have you come across heights in your time that's made you realize that?
Yes.
Okay. Pray tell, or no? Move on.
No, it's fine. I got halfway up the Empire State Building and had to come back down again. I couldn't do it.
All right.
Okay. Couldn't do it. I had to be drugged to get onto a plane to go to America by my mother.
Like Bear Baracas?
Well, it's basically we were flying to America, and I got to the airport and I thought I was fine, and then I saw the plane, and then I started thinking about being on a plane for 7.5 hours, and then I was thinking, that self-confused thing where you think, well, if a plane's going to go down, then of course I'll be on it because I'm that important. And so my mother said to me, look, go to the toilet, wash yourself, freshen yourself up. I'll buy you a whiskey, and then you come back and you have the whiskey and you calm your nerves and you'll be fine. And so I did. I was panic attack. I don't know. I could do this or anything. Came back. Mother had bought me a whiskey. I drank the whiskey, and the next thing I knew, I was somewhere over Iceland. Apparently, she dropped a diazepam in it. I was absolutely out of my tree.
That's the way to do it.
They carried me on, apparently.
I bet they did. I think the thing about planes for me is being enclosed for so long. That's always, I have to not think about that. If I think about that too much, that's what just, and I don't mind being on planes. I'm quite in awe of aeroplanes. The fact that we have created, or not we, but people created this ability for us to go up in the air and stay in the air.
A steel tube of farts.
Well, exactly, it is, and they're all trapped in the seats, as Lee Evans said. But I love that, and I'm one of these people that could go to an airport and watch planes take off and land, and those are the bits that I don't enjoy about flying. Although they're quite thrilling, they are the most dangerous parts of flight, obviously the takeoff and landing. So I am always a bit nervous, and I'm very motion sick, so sickness on planes. But I'm not bad with heights, and I think the one that I said with Daniel was in closed spaces and not being able to see the way out would be the one I would go with in that one. But
I think
heights
that
is a lot of
being
people, isn't
afraid
it?
of flying is the same as being afraid of heights. Because if the plane only flew 500 feet above the ground or 100 feet above the ground, you wouldn't be frightened of it. But it's such a long way down.
Yeah, it is.
It's long enough for you to think about it.
Yeah. But see if the plane cut out, though, it's still going to fly quite far. It's only going to come straight down if it breaks apart. It's only going to come straight down. But other than that, it'll continue to fly even with no.
Yeah, I can't even watch videos of people base jumping or doing any of that type of thing where they look over the edge.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I get you. No, I understand that.
I can't watch it.
I understand that. But no, I do love the idea of an aeroplane, and I do like being on them. But there is some fear in me as well when I'm on them, and I'm very motion sick. Right, what was that one? So that's your biggest fear, right? 17. Question 17 is a little cheeky one, right? And this is just, you can be creative with this. Be creative. You'll know the film because I know you're into films. I'm pretty sure you'll know the film. If you could be, what kind of transformer would you be? What would you transform from into a robot in disguise? If you could be a transformer.
I've never seen that film.
You've never seen, but you know what a transformer is.
I do know what a transformer is.
So what are you going to transform into from your robot self?
A Land Rover.
Land Rover, any particular make or model or year?
A Land Rover Defender.
Right, okay.
110.
That's very specific. Land Rover Defender 110. Defender, I like that question. Defender 110. I'd be a Mark 5 GTI in red, Tornado red. That's what I'd be. Mark 5 GTI. There you go. There's my transformer. Excellent. Like that one. Nice one, Adam. Question 18. Right. So, would you rather? This is a would you rather. This is from the internet, right? This isn't my question because I went on and I asked for questions of would you rather, and this is the one that I liked the most. Would you rather have an extra arm or an extra leg?
An extra arm.
An extra arm. And what takes your fancy about the extra arm?
Being able to type quicker.
Yes, that would help. That definitely. You'd need a bigger keyboard, though. If we had to get 3 hands, you'd have 3 tiny hands you could get in. So extra hand for typing. Lovely, like it. Okay, extra hand. Number 19, another one that I asked Daniel. Any body? Well, I didn't ask him for body piercings, but any body piercings or tattoos upon your person?
Well, I've got this.
What's that? Because I'm quite.
Just,
that's an ear piercing.
Yeah, up at the top. No tattoos. I used to have all the ears are pierced, but I don't bother with it anymore.
Oh, did you used to have all your? How many did you have?
Oh, yeah. I've got 5 piercings, I think.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, in my ears. So up here and here.
Yes, no, I can see that now. I've never really noticed that. I've never actually focused on that before. Right, so piercings, ears, but no tattoos. Okay, excellent. And your very, very last question, which I did also ask Daniel, and I'll give you can have your top 3 because Daniel had his top 3 as well. Question 20. Your best 3 days, then you can put them in order. Your best 3 days so far in your life. The best 3 days so far in your life.
Well, I'm going to have to say my wedding, otherwise she'll crucify me.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to. That's number 1.
It's very, very, very difficult. When I passed university, when I passed my course, I knew I'd passed my university course.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And the first time I went to Glastonbury.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I blagged my way in, didn't
Oh, excellent. That's one of the great stories to have about Glastonbury that you blagged in. Right, excellent. Right. So I'm going to come back and ask you more questions on those then. So your wedding was in Lisbon, you said. What year did you get married? Look, he's got a few.
2017.
2017. There was a bit of thought gone into that as well there. 2017.
2016. I can't remember.
You can't remember. Put it as your number one because you had to, and then you can't remember the year. Oh, she's going to love you. That's great, right? So we'll put a question mark next to question. It probably got married in 2017. Probably it could have been 2016 though.
It was October the 25th. I know that.
25th. Do you remember the day? What month was it?
October.
25th of October. Possibly 2017, possibly 2016. Okay. October. Who did the asking?
I did.
Right. Okay. Very good. On one knee?
No, but on Mumbles Beach.
Was it planned?
Yes, yes.
Was it? Okay. Mine wasn't. Mine was in the kitchen. Very romantic, I was. Okay, very good. So your second one was passing.
Feeling suspense.
No, it was just washing up. Washing up. She came in and I said, right, let's do it. So your second one was passing your university. Was it a degree that you did or your course? And what year was that? What year did you pass?
I did countryside management, so I'm actually a trained forest ranger.
Oh, okay.
And I passed in 2001.
2001. Okay. Where were you at?
Aberystwyth.
Aberystwyth.
Yeah, it's my alma mater.
Very good, Aberystwyth. I knew a couple of people who went
You
to
trying to spell that, are you?
What? No, not at all. No, I've stopped writing now. I'm not going to try. I'll just remember that one. And then, all right. So third one was getting into Glastonbury. What year did you blag your way into Glastonbury then?
1989.
Oh, 89. Right. You see, you know that fucking hell, Adam. You know that year straight off, the top of your head, straight off, but you can't remember the year you got married. Straight. Look how fast you came back with that one.
Well, I can remember the ticket price.
Look, he came straight back with that one. Gary, you need to give him some grief for that one, mate. Straight back with that one, 1989, Glastonbury. Right, fine. Well, and when you say you blagged in, how did you blag in then?
I told them, so back then in the 80s, excuse me, that was back when they were going there 2 or 3 years of the Hare Krishnas. They were giving out food and stuff.
Right. Okay.
And I'd gone there with a couple of friends, and they were checking tickets at the gate.
Fine.
And the Hare Krishna's van was parked in the car park, and because they were moving all this food in these huge trays. I said to my friends, I said, "Quick, come with me, come in, they're coming." We ran over, and they had these empty trays packed things up. So we grabbed a tray each, and we walked in, and they said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm bringing more trays over for these guys," and they just let us walk in.
That's a great blag. That's a great blag, and that actually through the gate, just walked straight through the gate.
Straight through.
No, well, we blagged twice.
Which was good because I didn't actually have a ticket.
Well, no, we got in through a back gate. We knew someone that lived on a farm close by, so we went parked our cars twice, 2 years in a row, and we got under a fence the first year, over a fence the second year at the back, very very back fields. The first year was an absolute washout, complete washout, mud everywhere, and you just had to get on with it. And I can't remember the years. And the second year, it would have been in the late 90s, mid 90s, late 90s. And the second year, it was absolutely splendid with weather. And I went twice, didn't get a ticket either time. We blagged in as well, over and under fences. About 10 of us. There was loads. There was queues of people going under the fence. It wasn't like we just found it on our own. There was just loads of people going under.
I was 19 years old, and it was my first unintentional drug experience.
Unintentional,
because
right.
I'd taken a load of boil in the bag food, and somebody had nicked all my saucepans.
Right.
And there was a guy selling mushroom soup for £1 a pint. And I didn't know what it was.
It was mushrooms.
It was, and so I bought 2 pints.
So you had an experience.
I had an experience during James playing.
Excellent.
Mm.
That was good. Well, I can remember that there was Coldplay on, and there was Faithless were playing, and we went and watched a lot of house and drum and bass artists as well. And I don't really remember a lot, and that's all I'll say about it. And both occasions, and that's all I'll say about them. Right, so that was your 20 questions. Well done. Congratulations. You are the second interviewee at the 19th attempt at trying to get this done on the channel.
Casper should be next.
Casper's going to be next. Okay, Casper's next. So Adam, I think that should actually be the way we should go forward with that. Adam, thanks for that great idea you just gave me then. The person that does the interview gets to name the next person that comes on, and Adam is named Casper.
The whole stream will just be silent.
just be me asking questions and Casper going and then showing us his drink and stuff. So Adam has named Casper. Are you getting that, Casper? Adam has named you, Casper, for the next interview. So it will be the end of this month, the end of March. And I shall quickly recap Adam's questions, because I know he won't remember them, because there's been so many fantastic questions, he won't remember them. And for anyone that's coming late there, funny, Adam, look, he's saying, funny, no, it's too late. Casper, you've been named. You're on next, Casper, the end of March. I will arrange with you for you to come on the channel, and we'll do your questions. So question 1 was his favourite meal, which, as we said, was a bit of lamb shoulder and some potatoes. Too wet or too dry? You're going to be too dry. Favourite day of the week was a Friday. If you could live home or abroad, you're living at home. You'd rather have savoury food than sweet food. Your first memory was at 4 years old, and it was the crazy, crazy thunderstorm. Your genre of music would be the 70s. Your what's question 8? The best places you've been to was 2 places you gave, was Snowdonia and Lisbon. Are we alone? No, we're not. Question 10. One thing you would take which was a box with a paw print from your dog that passed away. Question 11 was your siblings. You've got a brother. We're not talking about it. He's 3 years younger. 12 was, what was 12? Stay in or go out. So you'd stay in, but you do enjoy going out as well. We've got your 4 people here. So it was Jordan Peterson, Connor McLeod, and Kate Beckinsdale, and your granddad for your 4 people, with a lovely elaborate meal that you were going to cook and a great subject matter that I was going to sit at the back, and you can just put me a little dish out or a little bowl of all the scraps that get left over, and I'll listen along to that
gravy.
meal. What's that?
Bowl of gravy.
Bowl and some gravy. Bowl of gravy. You can give me a bowl of gravy. That'd be delicious. I'm sure I can dip a bit of bread in it or something like that. What's that one? So your best and your worst subject. Your worst subject was English. Your best subject was English literature, and your worst subject was biology, and then ecology. You said as well, ecology as well. Yeah. And then animals or people. You went with animals. If you could only live with one or the other, you were living with animals, but you do like people, really. Heights was the thing that you're most scared of, and you'd had an experience. 17. What was 17? If you could be a transformer, you're going to be the Land Rover Defender 110. Is that right? 110? Is that what right?
Yeah.
Question 18 was if you'd rather an extra arm or an extra leg, you'd have the extra arm so that you could type faster. 19, body piercings on your ears, but no tattoos. And then your 3 best days so far. Your wedding, although you can't be sure exactly when it was or what year it was. And then when you passed your university and going to Glastonbury, which you immediately knew was 1989 straight away. So thank you, Adam, for your answers to the questions. And I know I've seen a few claps in the comments. So woo, 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 woo.
Thank
so
you.
what we shall do now is that we shall switch back into this particular mode here and let the comments populate. And Adam, you can see the comments, I'm sure, can you not?
I can indeed.
So everyone that's in there, 12, 13 of us that's in, you are now free to ask Adam your questions. And we know you had a question, Mandy, before we started, Adam, which I asked you. Do you remember what the question was?
No.
That Mandy had asked?
Oh, when's the next dog video?
Yes.
So my current dog, Lottie, she's 13 and she has quite bad arthritis, so I don't tend to take her for long walks when it's raining.
Okay.
And because we've had quite a lot of bad weather lately, when it warms up, I'll start taking her. We take her all over, so I'll take her videos of her when we're on the beach, when we go up to Aber, through the woods and stuff. She loves the woods. So there'll be many more videos.
Excellent. So you'll do some when the weather's better. When the weather's better.
Yeah, one of those shorts got 900 views.
That's because they're great.
30 seconds long.
It's great. Some are just hitting, some just land, and some just don't, and sometimes they land a bit later. So you just have to just do them. Just make as many as you can. I think people things with pets definitely go down well if you can just drop it at the right time. I think that's what it's about as well, is dropping it at the right time. So does anybody else have any questions for Adam before we finish off? And I'll let you all go about your own business, and I'll let Adam go back to his life. Does anyone have any cheeky questions, as cheeky as you like, because it's all over to you now? There's one from Casper for you.
No, Casper, I haven't.
I told you there'd be one about the lick eels.
Memories.
Lovely view of the river.
Yes, it's very nice, just right by the house.
Is that right by your house? Is it the river?
Yeah, it's about 10 minutes walk.
Okay. And do you not just go walk yourself down there? Just for a moment?
To be honest with you, I'm always going to take her. She, unless she's not well, but yeah.
Okay. Well, there's Louise with a question there at the top.
Adam was not in the forces. No.
No.
My father was, but I wasn't. No.
Okay. The new coffee place, Mandy says, the new coffee place. Does that make sense?
The new coffee place is
all right. Yeah. That's right. I remember. I've got you, Mandy, as well.
Yeah. It's in a holding pattern at the moment. It's a planning issue, so we'll see what happens with that.
Fine. And Casper's back in with another question for you as well.
I don't speak Welsh, no. I know a few phrases, but bore da, things like that. But,
you've got the accent as well. Right, okay. Yeah. What other phrases do you know?
Well, bore da is good morning.
Yeah.
Various. I told you this would happen. My brain's just gone.
Gary says, how funny was yesterday's result at Twickenham?
I have no idea.
I don't know either, Gary. You're asking the wrong people. Is that the rugby, I take it, Twickenham? I don't watch rugby. Was there a bad loss, a good victory? Tell us, Gary. Tell us, or somebody tell us. I don't know, because I don't watch the rugby. I thought it was on. Is it Six Nations? Is that what's on?
I think it is, yeah.
Do you watch any of the rugby?
I watch Six Nations. I watch not the Six Nations. I watch the World Cup because I like that. It's like football. I'll watch the World Cup and I'll enjoy it, but I don't tend to watch team games.
Right. What sport do you watch on TV?
I don't watch TV.
You don't? Generally don't watch TV? You wouldn't watch Wimbledon or anything like that, tennis or anything like that? No.
No, I don't watch the news.
All right. Okay. What's your favourite Welsh comedian? Cass was asking.
My favourite has got to be Rob Gilbert.
Yes, he's unwell. Has he not? Is he unwell now?
Got cancer.
Yeah, he's not done anything, has he, of late?
No, because he's got cancer.
Yeah, he's not recovering well though, is he? Is what I mean.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
No. Okay, so totally beasted by France. Who was that? England? Where? Or Scotland? See, I just don't know anything. If that's a dig at us, Gary, it's lost. I'm sorry, but we'll take it if it is. But I don't really watch the rugby. We actually had a lot of rugby in the 10th grade. Lovely game. Yeah, I didn't play rugby. Did you play rugby at school, Adam?
I did play rugby at school, but I ran for the county.
Oh, did you?
400 meters.
Hurdles, did you say?
Yeah.
Well, they had difficult. Hurdles is difficult.
And that was in middle school. So that was at the age of 11, 12.
The hurdles were very, very difficult.
Long legs. I'm quite tall, so
yeah,
6'3".
getting your legs over them. No, I was decent at the 100 meters, and then long distance running, cross country. I did at school. I forced to, and I wasn't bad at swimming as well. But I quite like sports. I'll have a go at most sports, apart from cricket. I'm not a big fan of cricket or rugby. I'm not a big fan of rugby either.
No.
Not Max Boyce. I've met him, a lovely man. What who you? Oh,
No,
Max.
I used to do quite a lot of hiking, mountain hiking and stuff like that. Yeah, I like that.
Is that your high hurdle? So 110 43 inches. Is that what your hurdles were? Do you remember? You're not going to remember.
No idea.
No, there's no way he's remembering his hurdle height, Casper. What do you think that's going to happen there? You heard a response to some of his questions there. There's no way he's remembering his hurdle height. Anything else for Adam? Any other questions for Adam? Roll them in quick before we finish off here. John Sparks is your favourite Welsh comedian. His Sladwell videos are great. Oh, is Sadwell? Is that Sadwell?
Shadwell.
Mm-hmm. I don't know John Sparks. Would I know John Sparks? Do you know John Sparks?
I think he was in the Fast Show.
Oh, was he?
Might have been the Fast Show or one of those types of shows.
Right, I'm going to look him up right now. John Sparks.
Was he the Fast Show? It was the other one that came before then.
Big Train. John Sparks or something like that, was it? Let me have a look. John Sparks. Oh. I don't think that's him. He's not coming up.
Absolutely, that's it, Gary. You're right. I knew it was one of those. Absolutely, which came before the Fast Show. It was an 80s or 90s thing.
Right, okay. Fine. Oh, the sketch show, absolutely right. Fine. That's what had come up on my phone. They say I didn't really recognise that. Right, well, unless you've got anything else you want to chuck into Adam, we will wrap it up there, everyone. That's an hour, pretty much, as it tends to be with the old 20 questions. I hope you enjoyed that. I know you did. I saw you put your clapping hands in. And as I said, Casper, if you're up for it, I'm obviously not going to force you to come on, but Adam has named you as the next. I
know people in Denmark. We're going to make it come on.
Would add 2 people to the dinner party and invite Gilbert and Greg Davies and Waffle genitals. Right, okay, very good, Casper. Excellent. So if you're up for it, Casper, you're up for it. Excellent. There we go. So Casper will be the next interviewee at the end of March. So I want to thank you, Adam, of the Charcoal Coffee Company. I know things are going well. How is it going with getting stuff across to America?
Getting stuff across to America is quite interesting because if I want to say something, let's say I wanted to send something to say Casper, for instance, in Denmark, the postage isn't too bad, but there's an 8% import charge, which obviously the buyer would pay. I'm not paying it because I'm not importing it, I'm exporting it.
Fine.
If I want to send something to America, there's no import charge at all, but there's massive postage cost. And nobody's going to spend £27 to buy a £9 or £10 bag of coffee.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. So that's fair enough. Right. I get it now. I didn't really get why you couldn't, but now I understand. Well, as I said, things are going well there. I know you were saying you're getting some decent sales through the communities and stuff like that, which is good. Your videos are doing really well. And
I really appreciate everybody who's bought from me. It was really nice of you.
Yeah, and I'm sure they will continue to, Adam, because it is great coffee. And that Ethiopian one, by the way, is the best coffee I've ever tasted, ever. And I've tried a lot of coffee. It is very, very good. So thanks for sending that. Huh?
It reminded me of something.
Right.
I got asked on another live stream that if people liked tea, what was the best coffee? If they didn't like coffee, but they were tea drinkers, what should they drink?
Mm-hmm.
And we just had in a new coffee, which you'll be going online this week or next week, probably next week, called Ethiopia Geisha.
Oh, right. A tea.
And it's a coffee, but it has it's very, very light and very nuanced, and it has a tea-like flavour. but it's
Okay.
coffee. Very
Lovely.
expensive, but nice.
Excellent. That sounds very, very nice. I might have to sample a little bit of that. But like I said, Adam, thanks very much for coming on the channel and answering the questions. Good to get to know you a little bit. I've got all your answers here now. So we all know you a little bit better. And thanks for doing that. And thanks for everyone for coming in and hanging out for a little bit. An hour, which has flown past. How fast was that, Adam? An hour gone by? It does go by very, very quickly. Very, very, very quickly. So thanks again, Adam. Some claps for Adam, everyone. Woo, 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 woo. And everybody, as you know, Spencer is doing his no gig, no problem on Tuesday, which would generally be a Rum and Rants, but that's fine. I'm happy to go Rum and Rants on Wednesday. So the next Rum and Rants will be on Wednesday. So I will see you all again then. So if the stuff that you need to do, everyone, and you need to do it before I'll see you again on Wednesday, you should probably make sure it's nothing that me or Adam wouldn't do.